Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 3 as Japan. And I have not quite yet departed from my trip. I found a little bit more time to squeeze in another, maybe episode or two. We'll see. Let's get ourselves started over here. I do really want to start some wars pretty soon. What my current plan is, since to get recognized, we would have to fight Russia as opposed to China, which I guess China here is also unrecognized, so we can't do that. But I might still war China first, just to get some territory adjacent to Russia to save ourselves from doing a naval invasion. Although, you know what? We can probably just do a naval invasion. They have some ships, but we have more. We are 200 to troops versus theirs. I have a fair amount of faith in our technology. We are also... Let's go for upgrade all units right now, actually. This is going to create a shortage, but we're going to start fixing these up. We've got some shortages in organization over here, so we'll just grab whomever. Actually, we'll grab two whomevers. There we go, to correct that. All the warnings have gone away. Money is positive now that we're not spending on government offices. Taxes are in the middle. Consumption taxes are pretty aggressively in play, but so be it. We've got a few actions going on, but not a biggie. I'm actually surprised we didn't get immediately notified of a shortage of electrics. Or radios. Oh, do they not need any radios? Oh, it's the siege artillery that needed the radios. Right, we need to go and change these modes is what we need to do for all these armies. First, excuse me, because trench is the latest, yes, and then siege artillery on the others. So that was the fourth. And then there's third. Okay. So now having changed those modes, now we can do upgrades. Now we'll be told about shortages in radio, which is fine. Now I'm assuming, yeah, we can't import any. That's going to be okay. So what we need to do is develop an electrics industry, which we don't have any right now. We're going to start some being constructed. We're then going to immediately go and tell you guys to... Oh, hold on. Kanto doesn't have electricity. Explosives. We have to do it in Kansai, which does have electricity. And again, I clicked on explosives for crying out loud. Right there, electrics. Kansai. You do have electricity, so we're gonna get you set up to start making some radios for us, my friend. And then we'll see where we're at there. More motor industries, railways, ports. These are still fine. Let's go and put one electrics at the top over here, just to get that to start to trickle in. You know, do some hirings, get the economy side of this operating. Slow down production. No. Can't possibly slow down production. That's crazy talk. How can we possibly consider that? Negatives. Right, we're working on the ports, which we do have to pay for out of pocket. But that'll be the end of it. After that, I think it's going to be all from the investment pool for a while. And we do have a lot of money sitting in there. I mean, it would be great not to have to pay the 77K in interest. So burning that off would be good. But I don't want to raise taxes. Electrical capacitors. So these are going to be more modes for a few more of these places. So again, if we just look at Kansai, we can go through its list of buildings here and see what else has gotten a mode change. Nothing there, nothing. Ooh, these machine steel tools? Oh, right, which consumes rubber, which we don't currently have. What was our situation on that? Did I go and build some rubber plantations? I do. You haven't hired because there's no cost for that. Okay, this tooling workshop. I'm going to force these in Kansai to do this. Did it not? There we go. I was going to say there's going to be an immediate rubber shortage, which should be correct. But we do have an import for that available. And then we can also boost our own production. Research is done. Well, I might just focus entirely on military here. This is progressing already. I'm going to go to wargaming for the new training method. That seems like a fairly good idea. And, right, in Kansai, I want to continue to go down. Not you yet. That's fine. Ooh, steel is quite pricey. So we don't get exclamation marks on these screens, which is a little annoying. Yeah, so I don't know what else might benefit from electricity. I guess I could go to the building mode here and we get exclamation mark for anything like new stuff. So there you go. So the textiles, for example, could do that. Does Kansai have a textiles industry? It does. So you could use electric sewing machines. Also, elastics, which is going to consume more rubber. And power looms too. Yeah, we'll wait on that. But if we go and take a look at your power plants now, there we go. These are going to be profitable. You are hiring. We're going to need more of those pretty soon as we continue to expand more of these modes, but that's okay. Waiting for this electrics to start producing some radios for us, please. Still running a deficit here? Oh, hey. Stable supply of power. Power throughput, electric railways. I'm actually going to go for power throughput right now because I'm looking for short-term benefits that are going to help us move in the direction we want to go in. So our local balance, market balance of 90. Minus 90, I should say, for radios. So this is producing 40. Yeah, we do have some more in there. Although maybe what I'll do... Oh, never mind. It's being built now. Our queue's emptying out. Okay. What else we got going on? Steel is expensive. Yeah. I don't suppose we can import, huh? I mean, we can import some, so we will, but we still have a huge shortage. So we are going to be looking at building more steel mills. A lot of steel mills. Yeah, we're going to start with that. Electric industry still being built up. Okay. These explosives as well. Oh, which... we could get some electricity. Now, what I'm looking to do probably is get some electricity everywhere. Just like our rollout for railways, we're going to build one electrical thing everywhere and start to electrify things. But I think in practice, we do have to make sure to keep focused for a little bit. Okay, we no longer have the radio shortage, that the goods are still expensive. What we want to do is we want to eliminate any deficit in radio stuff completely, so that when we go to war and our consumption goes up, that's going to be compensated for. Are there any other mobilization options we can do? You know what? Yeah, we're going to go nuts on all these. We're not going to mess about. We're going to get that. Yeah, we need some opium in here, plus, and we have to disable that, but force march. I think we're fine with this. I don't think we need the railway things, but yeah, we are going to enable all these modes. Electrics industry building up, but I think we are going to need more. You know what? I'm going to shift click another 5 here. Worst case scenario, we end up with a surplus of radios and the telephones, but that's okay. Oh, the humanism stuff still. Education access is pretty good though. You know what? We're going to accept that because we could use a literacy boost because those have been dipping down a little bit recently. Okay, Austria doesn't like me. Fine, be that way. Radios are still pricey. I mean, especially like in our market as a whole, as opposed to locally over here. Now, this could get spread out, especially anywhere that happened to have more of our barracks, right? But again, that would require some electrical spread and aboutness. I think we should probably assume that everything on our home island over here should go and get one. Now, this is a little... well, we already had one there, we know. But you know what? I'll do it anyway. Alert green, do that. I don't remember how many people... well, I guess one of the things we can do is sort by job seekers and then know where might be a priority. Now, that is in Korea, but there's a lot of people there. Do that one as well. Okay. And then, yeah, I guess we're not going to do it over in Ryu. I can't remember. Ryukyu? Ruku? Whatever. Roll a d20 and that'll come up with the pronunciation I use for anything. No, we're going to keep... how do the interest... I don't think I want to lose this bonus. Yeah. It's all right. We'll go with option 1. Boosting the Dutch East Indies. All right. Money is going up dramatically here, which is nice to see. Radio production is complete. What does this give us? More radios, more throughput. Okay. I might skew some of our numbers for a bit because our radio production will go up. They're still considered expensive, and I suspect that's not so locally priced. Yeah, although we could certainly build more in Kansai, and we are. And that's going to be good. In Kansai, what's the price of power? Well, still quite pricey. Okay. Now, we're going to have to pay for these power plants out of pocket, which is a little annoying. Because, again, it'd be nice to burn off some debt, but I think it is going to be important to get those things established. Now, there's not going to be much of a demand in those places. We're going to consider flipping some urban centers over, because that should be pretty good. How's the rubber situation? It could be more profit. Could have more, although the job seeker situation's a little bit rough. You know what? I'll go and get 5 in North Borneo, because I think we're going to end up using it. No gold mines ready to go. Iron mines could be kind of profitable. If I go to market and we just look at military goods, please. Okay. I think we could probably do a little bit more ammo production, because again, this will go up when the war starts. And apparently a few more ironclads. I'm going to shift Q and get 5 going on in Sakhalin. And then for ammunition... There we go. Get these 3 for now. May have been more ironclad production than we need, but I think that's okay. And delay some of these power plants here. Okay. We have to pay for the military shipyards, but that's fine. Debt burn-off is going really well. Okay, I think at this point, with these electrics coming in, I think we can go and start our wars. If we were to go and say, hey, I want to be recognized over here. Oh, man. Persia. Okay, a lot of fairly small people would join on the side of Russia. And we're hoping that we have a tech advantage, because we definitely wouldn't have a numbers advantage. If we were to start here, maybe this is still the easiest thing to do. Oh, Russia, interesting. Hang on. If Russia would join in on the side of China, could I add the force recognition secondary goal once they join in? Because I can't do it against Russia, or as China, but can I do it against Russia in that situation? I don't know the answer to that. You know what? Let's find out. I'm sorry, 30 infamy? Holy crap. That's a lot for one province. All right, never mind. We're going after Russia. Fine. Let's embiggen this army here. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I shouldn't be spreading these out, but meh. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4 brings up to 5. So then I want 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Maybe it's brilliant to spread them out. Maybe it's terrible to spread them out. But let's get another full stack of army over there. We're researching a new training method, which I don't think we necessarily need. Empire. Oh, losing prosperity, our steel industry. Oh, I think that went away. I think that fixed itself. And then, yeah, more radios, but I think a bunch of electrics just got built. Are you still booting up? Yeah, you're still booting up over here. Price of electricity in Kansai has gone up a lot. So let's go and build. Is there a quick way to see the shortage in this state by itself? Local bounds minus 256. Oh, 120, 240. Let's do one more to keep it nice and cheap. It's being alt-clicked at the top over here. We want those companies to be profitable and therefore hiring. And we might need to build some more electrics over there pretty quickly too. Okay, power plants. Let's get these barracks up. Pump jacks. All right. Oil. So yeah, we're going to dip into negative here. But yeah, I want the barracks built because they need to start hiring. / training. We are about to get the new training mode, which is good. It's going to be a big target for us to go here. Glass and iron being a little pricier here. Not really noticeable, although what I might do... Well, if we're going to war, we might end up not being able to count on ships to bring us things. But... just putting these at the bottom of the queue, that's fine. And Iron mines. There we go, just 5 of each. Okay, that is done. Oh, automatic machine guns, new mobilization option. This might not be ready in time for the war, but who knows? It may be. Now, development, there we go. We can go to advanced training methods here. Please. Okay, I think everything is okay. These barracks are finishing up. Now, if we do have more navies, we could pin down enemy fleets in a few different areas and keep them out of our landing area. But I don't think I want to wait for more ships. All right, force recognition. So I don't think this causes any infamy at all. And yeah, they, you know, see that they've got that. Ooh, some sways are available. That's interesting. I think the British would be interested. Well, let's sway them, and if we have maneuvers left over, we could consider adding in a little bit more. Transfer state, war goals. You know, I could owe you an obligation. Open market? Force market opening of another country. Force open Russian market. Okay. I'm fine with that. There we go. Australia. You want me to bankroll you? With Russian war reparations? Not going to transfer anything to you. You know, what kind of obligation is Australia going to use for me? This is fine. Okay. Good. Let's mobilize. Now, the British are definitely going to be interested in staying in here because they have a war goal. What state is this? Outer Manchuria. A lot of infamy. Can people leave a war once they've accepted to join in? Whatever. I'm going to add it as a primary war goal. French Republic side. So this will be the thing, right? Because we definitely look more belligerent. All right. Army is mobilized. Money is mega, mega uber negative. We're going to throw everything we've got at this. Okay, expand rubber industry. Cool. All right. More rubber. Sure. You know, we're paying for these power plants. We're paying for these military shipyards. Yeah, Russia's embargoing me. Fine. I mean, we're about to have a war, so it doesn't really bother me too much. That's where I'm building those, huh? Okay. Guess that's fine. Electricity shortage. Oh, yeah, a bunch of power plants are about to finish, though. We're going to reevaluate that in a second. Artillery's expensive, huh? Well, have the Brits send me some. I guess we could really use some more. Okay, let's queue up 5 of those there. Didn't realize that would get so pricey. Ammunition. I did set up some new construction for you, didn't I? But maybe not enough. Well, I guess it's just not done yet, but we also need a lot more. I think we're short like 900, so let's queue up another 100 or another 10 over there. It's going to be fine. And then radio's still a shortage, but this could be that these guys aren't fully hired because they might have had a shortage. No, they have been. Okay, what are we short on? 200? Well, it's expensive, not short, but still. 200. So we need 5 of these. Okay. Done. Okay. I can't climb 9. Oh, there. Hold on. There's a front there? Really? There's actually a few different fronts, but this is the one we're going to be concerned with. Now, I don't know if there's like a combat width limit given the size of this front. We're going to send everyone there. Everyone's on aggro. Yep. Okay. So I guess we won't need to enable them. I had no idea we had contact there. It was so small. All right. I mean, they're going to reposition some troops over here, but that will require them pulling some troops from somewhere else. So it's all going to end up being kind of equal dandy. Lord, I'm sorry. What happened to you? Someone just die off? Cautious advance. You know what? I don't mind a cautious advance. There we go. Good. Everything should be okay. We've got full bars, so no bars here, but I think this is where, yeah, that's the 5th. That's where I just recruited a new one. Everything else is looking okay. There you go. War is broken out. We have our troops here. We should go and push forward like crazy fast on this front, which is good. Let's deploy our navies. So you're on interception. We could do some raid convoy. I mean, interception is fine. We don't even know if they have convoys. I'll just leave it an interception. So you're going to deploy here. You're going to deploy, you know what? Around the home island. Oh, you're already there. Okay. Cool. See Japan, and you're going to go there. So this might catch some ships off their coast, and we're going to protect our homelands. Trade routes inactive. That's, yeah, French market stuff. So we can clear those. Consider new imports. We have a wine shortage, so we're not importing any wine from France, huh? Short by a K. Well, that's somewhat unexpected, but I guess it's a good sign that we could go and invest in our own wine. We're short by 1,000. These produce 25. Do we have modes that we can switch to? Oh, yeah. Automatic irrigation. Switch that in both places. But then we'll queue up some vineyards. We can spend out of our investment pool. Is it quite profitable? What's our stacking limit? Is it 50? 50. All right. Tons of wine. All right, so yeah, we're pushing like crazy here. We've got our war goal as well. Nothing bad happening there. No. France is landing here. Okay. Yeah, we've got no hostile invasion planned. We're just going to keep ripping through the east of Russia here. We want to end up with recognition, and as a bonus, a little bit of land, but it's mostly about the recognition. 42 infamy. Maybe we did get some for the original thing too, but yeah, you know what? This is fine. Infamy is just a number, and I should probably learn to embrace it. War in Victoria 3 still obviously scares me, and probably I shouldn't be as scared. But I think it's because, unlike something like EU4, I feel like there's less ability for me to control it and to affect the success. Where are you guys going? Some of you might be pulling back to this front. Maybe you're just redeploying along this one? No, you were definitely going somewhere. And I'm not sure where. Okay, you're still locked in there, presumably. Because I can't add you to it. Okay. Yeah, they must just be redeploying over here. See, I feel like EU4, there's a lot of ability to me, to move some troops around, to reposition things, and to have some control over the outcome. Here it feels like it's mostly a big numbers game, and it's not always obvious to me where we stand on that numbers game. Because the technology, I don't know if there's an easy way to like compare technology levels and other modifiers before a war kicks off. But I think it means that I'm just generally too cautious. Okay, we're still waiting for those munitions plants to get built. At least that is happening. But we don't have a shortage. We just have expensive. Yeah. Ooh, paper as well. Well, you know what? We'll just plan on building some more paper mills. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just even out the number because it feels good. Okay. Bunch more paper mill. Just building up our economy. It's going to be good. Low org. Oh. Just picking whoever here. Yeah, your org being reset's kind of annoying. Now, if we look at our armies, not the fleets. Outer Manchuria. Okay, everyone's on the same front, which is this, presumably this one over here. So that's still where we want everyone. That's good. Keep pushing. Yeah, their war enthusiasm go off. And let's be clear. our goal here, what we're pushing for is this. We might also include the British one, but those are the ones that we're most interested in. Yeah, currently they're not. That includes France. Now, France didn't actually make any demand. Oh, that's not true. They did make a demand out of Australia. So because France is a demand in this, they have a, you know, a vested interest, I suppose we could say. You guys are just repositioned on this front still? Yeah, okay. They're not going to be eager to drop out of the war, which is annoying. Look at all the movement over here. Feels like we're playing Hoi 4, although the time's going pretty slow now with these ticks. All these recalculations and pathfinding are serious business, huh? Jeez. Yeah, continue to dominate here, and maybe I could have split some efforts. Part of me is like, I could send someone over here just to clean this bit up, but it doesn't really matter now, does it? We may as well keep pushing on the main front. I mean, they still have a bunch of troops. They could go in a range here, so I feel like we've got to keep going with overwhelming force. Certainly stop them from any kind of dig-in, right? Just use vastly superior numbers to just rush across here. We're Russian across Russia. Yeah, this is going to be an easy dominate. Man, I got to learn to not be so scared. I mean, maybe a part of it is because, well, first of all, we played as Canada where we didn't really have a lot of options, although I suspect another crack at this would be quite interesting. And then we played as Mexico, ooh, who's not doing quite as well. Remember when they still had Texas for a while? You know, and Mexico was constantly feeling they were on the back foot. Although, had I done proper education in Mexico, learned the university system more properly, maybe we could have gotten ahead on tech and maybe things would have felt quite different. Because we did hold our own throughout, but maybe we could have done much more than that. And I do look forward to giving Mexico another crack at some point, probably on my own. I've dabbled with it again a few times, but I haven't gone and done a full playthrough on my own again since our Let's Play, and I really am looking forward to that. So, why are they still at 0? Why aren't they dropping below 0? Ah, we need to take the capital for the open Russian markets. Okay. Well, that's happening pretty soon. Yeah, this has been ridiculous. Ridiculous. Everyone's still in the same front. Been renamed. Yeah, everyone's still in the same front, which is presumably this one. Yeah, money is dipping low here, but that's going to be fine as soon as the war is over, which is going to be pretty soon. Where is... I can't see the star. Isn't Moscow somewhere around here? I don't know if there's a shortcut to quickly go to it. How far east or west? What is the map projection? I don't know. Oh, French Republic GG'd out. Okay, well, there you go. Now, these numbers are starting to even out a wee bit. Here's our push. Okay, that's working. There's also a British push over here, which is working as well. So yeah, it's slowing down a bit. Ooh, they've landed over there. Is there a way... I'm sorry, is this your capital? It's zoomed here. Can we not see other people's capitals? I'm sorry, do we have unrest at home? Turmoil. Why for do we have turmoil over here? Radical pops. Oh, which is going up. Oh, yeah, we did crank the taxes up. Okay, fair. Fair. But it's gonna be cool. It's all for a good cause. The cause of being awesome in the eyes of the world by showing how much of a badass we are. Totally worth it. Totally worth you having no money for a little while. Although the turmoil is certainly going to hurt our economy a lot. I mean, I'm sure we're taking a GDP dip, or at least a bit of a flat line here. Yeah, pushing aggressively across all fronts. Good. Seriously, though, is this their capital? Ingria? It's got to be... It is their market capital. Okay. There's probably some history there that I'm not thinking about. I mean, this is what? This is the city that's been renamed about 30 times, right? St. Petersburg and all those places. I might be wrong. My history and geography is not always perfect, but I gotta say my Russian one is probably weaker than some other aspects. Yeah, money's dipping down radically here. Oh, now we're back to building our power plants, so that's part of it too. Let's just power through building the power plants. Gonna be fine. We're totally not gonna go bankrupt. What happened here? I mean, I guess it's fine. A little odd. Come on, you got a GG out of this. Totally unwilling. Automatic machine guns. Well, that's a mode change, and I don't know if we can justify it. Aerial reconnaissance, flamethrowers. Just researching flamethrowers gives us an increased kill rate. I don't think it's going to be relevant for this war. And yeah, I think we have unlocked the fire support here. But yeah, it drops our organization when we toggle it. Which is too bad, because it is really strong, but I'm not going to do it right now. Let's just go bankrupt from all this. Our expenses will drop a lot once the war ends, but I am a little bit worried. Seriously, just okay, let's declare this as a strategic objective, which should encourage my troops to gain territory in this direction. But in practice is a pretty broad front line, and we might not have that degree of control over things. This does just make me want to play some Hearts of Iron, though, which I haven't played in forever. Which would mean basically relearning the game from scratch. Both because it's been a while, but also because there's been quite a lot of patches and things. Sort of like in the Stellaris situation. I love Stellaris now. I'm like, oh, what's all these leaders? What's all this? But I do miss playing it, and it's definitely time. Hey, we can see the little arrows here. So hopefully we're going to push there. Oh, I think the Brits have just gone and taken that. Although they're still above 0. Come on. There it is. We will propose this peace deal. Ignoring the open markets thing. I don't know why there's like that door sound effect. It's always so loud. You just reject this? Really? Oh, was Britain gonna reject it? Hold on, that might be what's going on. I just realized. I'm gonna have to add that in to make Britain accept this peace deal. There you go. Now everyone's in favor, but I think that was their cooldown. 8th of July. Ah, that's horrible. Although, they might just capitulate at this point. There it is. Done and done. Okay. Money immediately goes positive. Of course, we're still taxing the heck out of everything. But so be it. Let's very quickly go into our state actions, reset production over here to match the default. I'm going to leave these others because presumably they've been in that mode for a reason. Okay, plus 300k is great. We do want to drop our taxes pretty fast, but we've got to burn off our interest rate very rapidly here. Paper continues to be expensive. Vineyards, I suspect our paper mills are below here. I'm going to just move a bunch up, not necessarily all of them. Although we could also potentially look into... There you go, France is willing to trade with us again. Red Scare. Ooh, it could happen here. I'm fine with this. Panic would be unwarranted. Okay, this makes the lower strata more loyalist. We're not going to worry about this. It's fine. There's totally not going to be a communist revolution over here in Japan. Arts Academy level 5, photographic arts. Yeah, we can probably move everything to photographic arts. Yeah, and then we do have a level 5, so that's okay. Cool. Technology spread for society. Migration attraction, film. I don't know that migration is going to happen with the state of our borders and not having people in our market and things. I mean, migration events could happen. Tech spread for society. Yeah, let's do that. I'm okay with this. Okay, yeah. Quickly burn off some debt. I promise you guys, I want to drop taxes. My poor people. It is the intention. Okay, get a better paper mills, which will presumably cut back on some government expenses as well. Over here, they've got a low standard of living, huh? They do have a A fair number of peasants, probably for their size. Power's considered expensive, but there's a good chance that they don't really have... Well, what I could do is I could alt-click it, and then once it's built, we can just flip their urban center around. Finish the paper mills. Okay. We could go and make sure we got a power plant anywhere and then just electrify all the urban centers. Which should be pretty good for people. I think that electrification, I'm assuming, brings down service costs. Positive trend is declining, which is fine. Will no longer be more likely to select. Yeah. No, I don't want those. And immigrants. Wealthy stream of Polynesian immigrants fleeing the communist regime have sought shelter in the Empire of Japan. Okay. East Borneo moving in. Tooling workshop, machines. This, I mean, it's going to dramatically increase the amount of rubber and reduce the amount of wood we need. Explosives factory. If I do this, that is electric. Although we can only enable this where we have electricity. Okay, we are going to go for bolt action rifles. Oh, here's where I wanted to see. Yeah. Urban center. Going to electric street light. Yeah. Actually reduces the amount of transportation it does, but increases these services and make them dirt cheap, which should be good for the standard of living. Now, oil. First of all, we could expand our whaling stations, but also we... Oh, I guess it'd be under resources. Oil rigs. Just in one state and only 5, but let's build those. That's actually going to be... yeah, combustion. I don't think you're going to need these. That should be a pretty good job maker for the people over here who are complaining about standard living. So let's go and alt-click a couple oil rigs over here. There might not be much demand for it yet. Belgium sides with Great Britain. Okay. Well, these are just little revolutions. They're not going to be very meaningful. Okay. And then, if we get some better paying jobs, there should also be some more people that move here to fill these in. Yeah, we'll just start with this. Urban centers. We could use some cheaper motors, which is only going to become more and more of a demand here. Radicals. I'd rather no radicals. We can actually eat this cost. So, we're the third most prestigious country in the world. Obviously, Great Britain's kind of going to be hard for us to beat. But we can try to come against Spain. So we do have double their GDP, although we have triple their population. It's not that impressive. And our standard of living is lower. But I think that's going to be our big focus here, especially as we try to drop taxes. I think I'll drop one notch of taxes now. You know what? Maybe we'll drop 2. We're still going to be profitable. It's going to be good for the economy. Yeah, you can see the big dip that happened there with the war and the taxes. We could consider dropping some consumption taxes too. I'm less clear about how this impacts things. Yeah, if we're still making money, we're still paying off our interest. That's great. Power coming in. All these vineyards. Oh, actually, the wine price has kind of corrected itself. One thing we could do is we could cancel a bunch of trade routes, see where we're at on resources, queue certain buildings, and then also redo some trade routes. Well, they're having a market access problem, too, with the shortage of infrastructure. I'll tell you what, your railway here, we're going to go and subsidize that, my friend. Kanto, that's not an issue. I'm betting you're fully employed. Well, no, you're not. Well, you are employing. I'm surprised you're not a little bit better off. Generate more transportation by doing this, which isn't fixing the infrastructure problem. You're actually having a little bit of finance issues. You do need the infrastructure. I mean, we could get some with the port as well. I could subsidize you. But I think what I'd like to do is look into bringing down the cost of your inputs. I'm going to alt-click. Too bad there's no coal in Kanto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more over here. Very profitable. Bring the price of coal down a little bit in our market, which has a knock-on effect on so many other things. So, yeah, our GDP should be shooting back up, and it is. Tax rate is actually, the amount of taxes we're taking in is going up, presumably the economy is improving. There we go. We're number 2, all of a sudden. ahead of Spain, and probably continuing to push that pretty aggressively. Our standard of living actually went up a whole bunch, I think, since the last time we checked a second ago. Yeah, big uptick there. GDP is upticking as well. I mean, with the lower taxes, of course, the standard of living would bounce back because people are going to be able to afford a lot more things. If we were concerned about that specifically, we could be taking a look at some of these strata here and maybe looking at what are they spending a lot on. Clothing is actually a big thing. We could import, but I would love to develop a clothing industry. Here's the thing, I think. We can afford a lot more construction, so that's what we're going to be doing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to massively uptick our construction. I think I probably should have done that ages ago, but I was a little bit worried about the financial stuff. So we're only running a slight negative while we're paying for all the costs over here. So that's actually a very good sign. Oh, is the construction queue basically empty already? Okay, hold on. Then, yeah, let's go and build clothing industry. I guess textile mills is what it's called. And what's nice about this is we could spread this out as well. Let's sort by job seekers. Let's do the thing where we put at least one in all these places that are relatively populate. That's not necessarily the most profitable, although they would be fine and profitable. The idea is providing a little bit of local clothing in all these places so that it helps the cost of living pretty substantially. And then what I'll do, maybe I'll ignore this for the infrastructure problem. I'll shift Q5 more over here in Yangso. I think that's in Korea. And just as a market as a whole, bring down some of the prices. Mutual funds. So now we can do publicly traded businesses. Now, for some businesses, that's definitely going to help them. And some businesses, it will not help them as much. We will see. We still have this movement over here. If we were to push this, what's the status of this now? Yeah, still radicalize the landowners and the monks, although they're marginalized, so it doesn't matter. Any other law changes I might want to do? Can we do old age? No. I think we need a tech for this as well. We might have the tech, but there's no support for it. Still monarchy, autocracy. Apparently we're going to keep that. National army. It's still consider changing some of the trade rules. That's going to be fine. We could go to colonial exploitation, but this stage in the game, I don't think it matters much. I mean, if we did push this, does it change anything politically? No. I mean, a little, but not much. Okay. Burning off these you know what? I think this rate is going up again. We're going to drop our taxes by one more level. I like being at these low taxes, so we're still running a profit here. Now, if we were spending our own construction, less so, but this is going to be another big boost for the GDP and should hopefully help to burn off a bunch of these radicals. It would be nice to not have so many people so upset with our government. Okay, so we're having the oil come in here. Now, currently oil is not that profitable, but the idea is we're going to do some more mode changes. And I think, here, ooh, 42 minutes into this episode, we're going to put a cut in here. And what we're going to do is, I think we might, at the start of next episode, do the thing where we do a bunch of mode changes. I might also pair this with clearing all my trade routes and looking at resetting them. There's a little bit of a risk, but maybe we won't do all of them. But we can also look at the trade routes to see for potential areas where we might decide to develop our economy. I'm happy about these textile mills. I think that it's going to be, it's not the most profitable. They weren't huge numbers, but they should be pretty good. And then on top of that, it should be really good for our standard of living. And then the other thing we can do is take a look at here and see where we're at with maybe our market prices and our balances. You can see the clothes is one of the most expensive things in our market. Still a huge shortage. We do a little bit more art because it's always profitable. I mean, that's mostly an upper class thing, but at the same time, these little fine arts academies do tend to be relatively profitable. Or maybe we'll throw a couple in here. I know we're not getting efficiency of scale, but they can get some cheap art in a few different areas. You know, we get the uniquely cultural artworks from different areas or something. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to record one more episode, and then that'll probably be it for realsies before the trip. I say that now. Maybe it'll be like 11 o'clock at night, and I'll decide to record some more. We'll see. Bye, everyone. See you next time.